Happy Wednesday. All right, guys. Well, we're back to talk about some Teddi Mellencamp updates, which, I think that these have been pretty good so far, considering with all things. And I did see one, I just want to say people are like, Adam, don't make this about you. I have not made any of this about me. Okay. I don't care what anybody thinks. I would not make somebody getting brain surgery and things removed from their head who is a mother, a sister. I said from day one that this is all bullshit. This is entertainment. This is watching the TV of carefully curated shows that are heavily produced and us having a conversation because this is escapism. You know what she can't escape are those like I can understand, I can compartmentalize and I know the difference. You know what I mean? So I'm sorry that some people don't, but I would never sit there and be like, my God, wish ill on anybody or anything like that. And I want to make that very, very known. Actually, I think that this is some pretty good news. So smash the like button, show some love. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed, and let's start here. So there was a new report that came out. Thank you to Reality Blurb, where I guess Teddi Mellencamp and Edwin, they've reportedly paused their divorce amid her health crisis. Now, it was just a few days after Teddi split from Edwin at the end of last year. This was after 13 years of marriage. Then she underwent brain surgery, and Tamra Judge confirmed that she'd be taking a break from their shared podcast. But an insider has revealed that Teddi and Edwin have pumped the brakes on their split, and she's preparing to move back into their family home. They said right now, Edwin's focus is on her recovery and the divorce is off the table. It is no longer being discussed. His concern is that she gets better. The surgery was successful and she is expected to return to the home that she shared with Edwin and their 3 children, and they are going to help Teddi recover. This could be one of 2 things, though, by the way. I don't know if you guys watch the Kardashians. So many people do not. I get so much shit for this because Jason's like, nobody watches the Kardashians. And I'm like, wrong. I love the Kardashians. Well, watching the show, I just think it's mindless, and I can sit there on my phone and be like, beep, 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 and not have to pay attention because it's really a lot of B-roll. But in this past week's episode, this past week's, you see where Khloe Kardashian ended up having a conversation with Lamar after so many years. She put her divorce on pause after he went to the brothel, and he ended up going into a coma. She put her life on pause. Even though he was doing all of these terrible things in their marriage, he was doing drugs and treating her like crap. And he was terrible to her. He was absolutely terrible. But she said, you know what? I had vows. And so she sat there at the hospital, and she taught him how to relearn how to read and write and talk. And she reintroduced by pictures who his family is. This is your son. This is your person. This is this person. Can you form a sentence? And she was there for him, but she was there for him not because she wanted to remarry or stay married to him. She was there because there's so much love there. And she's like, I still at one point loved you. I will always forever have some sort of love. I just don't want to be married to you. And this could be sort of a similar situation. Clearly, he made a choice to do what he did. Teddi did not. But Edwin and Teddi and their family could be coming together to just make sure that she gets through what she needs to get through as of right now. And then after that, they might still go their separate ways. But I kind of think that they'll stick together. I really actually hope for them and her family that they do stick together. I think that she said a few times now at this point that she feels maybe she jumped the gun a little bit by filing for divorce, and maybe she shouldn't have done that. But I think it's all up in the air. We don't know, but hold on. Let's keep going. So, moving on. Teddi and Edwin, obviously, they have their 3 children, Slate, Cruz, Dove. Again, they split back in November 2024. This was after rumors of the months-long affair with the horse trainer, Simon Schroeder. However, despite the claims of infidelity, Edwin has been by Teddi's side. But Teddi also, it came out that Edwin might have had some infidelities as well. But he's been by her side since the doctor found multiple tumors on her brain. There was a video shared on social media where he was heard telling their youngest daughter, Dove, that he would be sleeping at the hospital with Teddi, and said, "This is my bed. This is where I sleep," is what he said. But with that said, the Daily Mail insider clarified that while the divorce is on pause, Teddi and Edwin currently have no plans to get back together romantically. And as Teddi focuses on her health, she'll be taking a step back from her and Tamara's podcast. Tamara confirmed that on February 12th, an episode of Two Teas in a Pod, and said, maybe some of you have seen Teddi's Instagram stories. If not, I just want our listeners to know that she will be taking a brief sabbatical to deal with some health stuff. I'll allow Teddi to tell her story when she's back, but you all know how much she loves this podcast and wants nothing more than for us to continue on recording. And while she focuses on her health, we want to thank you for your continued love and support. And it's been a tough night. I mean, it's actually heartbreaking. On the same podcast episode, Teddi was heard in a pre-recorded message saying, "Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Two Teas in a Pod. I'm fine. I've been having, as you guys have heard, if you listen to the pod, I've been having a headache for over 2 weeks. And I ended up going to the hospital yesterday because the headache was so bad after I filmed the pod. And they found out that I have 2 brain tumors that need to be removed, which are getting done today. Or if you're listening, which I've gotten done today, then I have 3 more smaller tumors that will most likely need to be removed with radiation. The only reason I'm even sharing this is because I don't want speculation on anything additional going on that isn't fact. And this is fact. And I feel really grateful that I've been able to have a conversation with my kids about this and that I'm sitting in the hospital with Edwin and my friends, and I'm feeling really ready and positive for surgery. And stay tuned. I actually couldn't imagine, and I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. But here is also Kyle. Thank you to Talk of Shame. Kyle talked about this.
Teddi, sending prayers. Thank you. Another Kayla, Amy, praying for Teddi. Thank you. I really do believe in the power of prayer, and please keep her in your prayers. I will let Teddi speak to her situation when she's able to.
She will.
Yes, but I really, there's been so many messages of love and support, and people saying, they're praying for her, and, we're telling her that and sharing that information with her. We have been with Teddi every day, even sleeping there. We're rotating. Last night, one night I did, and next Jen did, slept at the hospital. She has a lot of people that love her and a great support system, thank God. And she will tell you when she's able to, what is going on. But we pass on all the messages about people reaching out and sending positive thoughts and, keeping her in their prayers. And it's very appreciated. So thank you. Tori says, how is Teddi sending prayers?
Well, there you have it. I don't think that this is going to be easy by any means. I think that it's going to be incredibly difficult. I think that when you have surgery in your head cut open and all of these things, it's not going to be, I can't even imagine. But I think that we can all agree that we're sending all of the love and positive energy over to Teddi and her family. And I hope that it all works out. I know it's going to all work out. And I actually really do hope for her and her little family that they get back together. But I want to hear what you guys think, what your thoughts are. Pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And yeah, we'll see you soon. Oh, and go check out our Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Live because we announced our next giveaway. Love you guys.